We're racing across London to make the ultimate sandwich. Jack's got £100 and I've only got 10. We're starting at Row in Canary Wharf, then to Fallow in the West End to cook. We'll then deliver our sandwiches to the country's most loved food reviewer, who will be hiding somewhere in central London to decide the winner. We've got 3 hours. I'm going to absolutely destroy you at this challenge, chef. I don't even need this money. I'm urban foraging today.
Just contemplating whether he steals some chicken shawarma from Rome. However, it doesn't really feel like sportsmanship. I'm going to stick to the rules.
I think I'm going to cheat. So I'm going to go up to my hydroponic wall, pick a load of fresh stuff. So this is purple basil, lemon verbena, mint, the chili, a couple more lettuce leaves. Got a friend who works at one of the best restaurants in London. I'm going to go there, see if the head chef will slip me a little bag of chicken liver parfait. Essentially, I'm going to make the ultimate banh mi, which is my favourite sandwich. I thought Jack was going to let my tyres down.
So we've got 100 squids. Oh man, this is the $1 million question. What are we going to do with that? I'm going to buy one really nice ingredient. I think it's going to be lobster. That's got to be right, surely, right? Lobster roll? Yeah. Delicious. Obviously, we're in Canary Wharf. First stop, Billingsgate Market. Monday, pretty much closed. I've got it. Down the back streets of Chinatown, it looks like it's out of a movie. You walk down these back streets and there's like dumpsters on one side, and then you go in there and they've got like this huge lobster and shellfish tank. They've got to have one. I hope it's open.
So this is where me and Jack started our careers. We were here collectively for 10 years. It's got 2 Michelin stars. It's still, for me, the best restaurant in London. And Adam, who's the head chef, who I'm about to go and blag before he starts service, one of the best chefs I've ever met. Now he's running it as the head chef.
Oh yeah. Good to see it.
So I want to make a banh mi. I want to make the. I think we made it once at Sat Food when we were here. So I want to use the best parfait I've ever tasted.
So this is our meat fruit, as you say. It's chicken liver parfait. Blitzed it together with some butter, kind of a shallot alcohol reduction. I mean, from start to finish, it's about a 4-day process.
Adam's kindly agreed to give me a little bit of chicken liver parfait, which is the centre to this. But this is the best parfait recipe in the world, undisputed. So this is what's going to make my ultimate sandwich.
So, we're in Covent Garden. Tube, £2.90. We have £97 and 10 pence left. It's the feds, heads down. We're going to go and find us this legendary bakery. I'm actually super excited because I've never been. I think we're about just under 100 yards away. I'm gassed, man. So excited to go in here. Shit. That was a real spanner in the works. Rookie mistake, man.
All right, so just been to dinner. Adam, absolute legend, sorted me out. It's basically, I've got a secret ingredient that Jack doesn't have. Intellect and skill. I'm going to use my wealth of industry contacts to blag, steal and cheat my way across London. My first port of call is Low Banh Mi, 5-star rating. Yeah, I'm just letting you know, I'm going to come down and try and get that bread, if that's all right. I'll be about half an hour from now. Basically, I'm trying to make a banh mi. 26 minutes. I'll do that in 20.
So like all good plans, they never work. So now we're heading to our second bakery of the day. That does look decent. I'm just interested in this bread. It looks kind of perfect. How much is it for one of those? £4.80. Chocopan secured. I was going to get 2 because I was thinking it looks so delicate and sexy. I changed my mind at the last minute because I want enough money to potentially play around with it after. So this was £5.
Yeah. Who's that? Whoa, who's sick? That was the current heavy world champion of the world. Usyk. Okay, we're at the banh mi specialist. You can see they've got all the bread in the window. It looks incredible. So they look like they're working hard. I don't want to blag a bun for free. I was just wondering if I could get a loaf of bread, just the bun. Oh. They're so busy. They really didn't want to sell me one. But this is the lightest loaf of bread I've ever felt. It's literally as light as a cloud, and they're crisping it up in the oven in there. And it's the perfect shape for a banh mi as well. In fairness, I didn't feel right ripping them off. I had to pay £1.50. It's not cheap actually, but. So for those who don't know, Gary runs a YouTube channel. The reason we love him so much, he does very no bullshit reviews about restaurants.
It is truly wonderful to see you. Really good to see you again. I've got to decide where I'm going to go to have something to eat afterwards because I'm still hungry.
So he always pays, he's a proper gent. I think he's an absolute living legend and one of the most authentic food reviewers out there at the moment.
They need to bring some champagne along. Water. Jack, Will, what's going on? What is the most expensive sandwich I've ever had? It was lobster. And I've got to tell you, it was disappointing. It was really chewy as well. The lobster was completely overdone, so I paid a lot of money for not a lot of quality.
Looking to buy some lobster. Chinatown. And there's a couple of like supermarket-y vibes that say they sell lobster. However, I came here once with a chef friend of mine, but he was saying it's where his wife buys all her lobster from, and it was a back alley somewhere. Found an alley. Dancy Place? I think we got it. Is there a difference between them? Yeah. Scottish, oh yeah, and this one?
It's okay, yeah.
Get all of them?
Yeah.
And this is 440.80. All right, let's get one of these then. Is there just two in there? This one's massive, huh?
Bread.
This one?
Yeah. 1 kilo bread about.
Fucking hell. 1 kilo. So £40, 80 pence. 42. Fuck yeah. One premium Scottish lobster secured. From, of all places, Chinatown for premium Scottish lobster. That thing looked so fresh, so delicious. Right, that is a big weight off my shoulders there.
This is a pretty sick part of town. This is the American Embassy right here. Ruben is an amazing chef. Started a business at a similar time to us when he was only 19, making smoked meat in his parents' garden, selling it around in lockdown. He's obsessed with smoke. So he does the most insane, just like smoke, like platters basically, so briskets, proper American food. His food is mega. It's so tasty. So yeah, we're gonna go and hustle to get some pork collar.
Good.
So I was hoping to get some pork collar.
Perfect.
Because that's what you got.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm just grifting around town trying to get some free ingredients.
Love that.
Yeah, so Ruben's just getting some collars. They smoke them, then chill them down. We're gonna slice it on a meat slicer so it gets really nice and thin. It's almost unfair. Can't resist, have a try.
Yeah.
Oh,
Got a hammy vibe.
So lobster secure, bread secured. What the fuck are we gonna bind it with? We're gonna look for a nice Asian sort of high-end supermarket for some seasonings and mayos and whatnot. Let's try this one. So pickles, we're gonna go for some sushi ginger. Touch of heat, nice pickled to it. Gonna go for a samjang, Korean seasoned soybean paste. Kombu dashi powder we're gonna use to season the lobster with. Full of MSG, full of flavor. A fish skin, which I know is famous. Chicharron. That could be interesting. Should we go with the chicken? So we need to get one last stop to get some, maybe a few herbs. So we are 42 plus 15 takes us for 57. Plus 3, 60 pounds so far.
I got pickled pink onion, I got pickled cucumber, I got like a fresh fermented chili sauce.
tell you what, I'll just do a little pickle mix.
Little pickle mix. This got cucumber.
Bit of a curveball ingredient. Pickled watermelon. That's an absolute game changer. Ruben's absolutely boxed me off. It's good because I'm running out of time. Yeah, thank you so much, mate. Cheers.
Yeah, good luck.
I really appreciate it.
Hope you win it.
It's not even a thing. Yeah, if it was for anyone else in the world, I'd have just spent a tenner and, you know, they could have just eaten a mediocre sandwich, but not for Gary. Still think I need a Vietnamese dressing from somewhere, so that's my next stop, but I'm really cutting it tight for time.
So off to Whole Foods, got my finishing touches for the sandwich itself. Essentials, herbs, nice crisp lettuce and onion. With the remaining money, black truffle, Torres crisps, arguably the best crisps in the world. Everyone knows it, everyone loves them. And to pair with that, we have a beautiful half bottle Moet Chandon, classic, beautiful, lovely champagne. Lobster sandwich, lobster roll, chocopan bread, bottle of champagne, black truffle crisps. Need I say any more? So we spent £37.25. It leaves us with a grand total so far of £97.31. I don't want my sandwich to suffer from sort of like getting all soggy and horrible. So I'm thinking, get all my elements ready, get everything seasoned to perfection, toast my bread, and then literally just assemble it on wherever Gary's gonna be, on the floor, on a bench, And that way, I think that little tip could give me a real edge. It's all going to depend on where Gary's location is going to be. And that is the one thing that we do not know for another 1 hour. I've got a feeling he's not going to be here. I don't know, but I've just got a feeling they're up to something fishy. I can smell it, and it's not just the lobster.
So this is a fucking Vietnamese restaurant I was going to go to. Absolutely classic.
So, going to unpack quick before Will gets here. That is actually a beautiful, beautiful lobster. First of all, we're going to get our lobster in nice and quick so we can chill that down because we're going to have it completely cold. So I'm going in with our claws first. That big one will be about probably like 15 minutes, and that smaller one probably about 11, 12. We're going to take the head off our lobster, and then we're going to place that in as well. The lobster tail is in, it's cooked for about 6 minutes. My plan is I want this to be as secretive as possible. Not all of it, but as much as I can done before Will even gets here. I want to get packed up and get out of here. Because I don't want him to see what I'm doing. I don't want him to pick up any ideas off me. Or potentially sabotage in any way, shape or form. Because I know what he's like. He'll try anything.
Hey, how are you? I was just wondering if I could just buy a pot of dressing for my salad. A nice pot of dressing, like to take away. TF. We're based here at Matcha, which is a banging Japanese style restaurant just near Fallow. He's just asking the chef to see if he can sort us out. I'm not sure though. It's sort of like a last ditch attempt.
That's like sesame dressing for like.
Oh yeah, perfect. And then some lime juice, please, mate. Thank you so much. Right, that was an absolute result. Aaron has sorted me out massively. So now I need to get back to the restaurant, build a sandwich ASAP.
All right, lobster tail out. That's another 6-minute timer on for the next batch of claws. What I want is like a tomato. I want to make a really intense tomato reduction. I'm going to do a Heston recipe, which we did for a video recently, which is where he uses the inside of the tomato only. I'm going to blend this tomato mixture up, and then we're going to pass it off, and we're going to reduce it down to this like incredibly thick, like almost tomato chutney essence. And then I'm going to mix that with a little bit of samjang. Right, so I'm going to start blending my tomatoes, get my essence going. This better work. I'm a bit nervous if I remembered this recipe right. Let's give it a go. Nice induction. Okay, the last lobster claw is coming out. Lobster's chilling down. Then we're going to start our lobster oil. Samjang's going into here. I'm going to roast that off nicely. I'm going to add a spoon of the samjang to my tomato. So I'm looking for like a sweet, spicy sort of paste I'm going to use as like the butter. So I'm just cutting my bread. I want to get it making sure it's nice and thin so that you can get the whole sandwich in your mouth. Quite tricky with this bread, it's so soft. I'm going to toast all of these in the lobster butter. Got a feeling it's going to come through the door at any moment. Quite chunky on the lobster, sort of like half centimeters chunks. Looking beautiful and golden and sexy.
Oi, oi!
Shit, he's back.
Caught in the act. What are you up to?
Nothing. What you got?
Back off. Right, I'm gonna flash my pork roll. So I got my smoked pork collar. Where'd you get fresh lobsters on a Monday, eh? Fishermen don't go out on the...
Tell you what about that, mate. These ones have been there for 6 months.
Is it Chinatown?
No. It's actually really, really, really good quality lobster. I put a little bit of my lobster butter actually onto the lobster, just to not waste that last little bit.
So to make my dressing, what I really need is acidity. I got my lime from the bar in this restaurant, and cucumber pickle, which has got a little bit of white soy in there. Selection of pickles. Got these beautiful leaves. I'm gonna add all of these in. Loads of fresh mint. Got my Vietnamese coriander. I've got my purple basil, all from the wallet row. Now I've got my extra spicy roe chili. I'm gonna check how spicy it is. I don't want to blow his head off, although I know he does like a good bit of spice. Delicious, not spicy at all, nice and sweet. That's gonna be perfect in there. Okay, I've got my beautiful fresh salad. I'm gonna run my meat through the oven now. I heated up my bread roll in the oven, so it's really beautiful and fresh. Beautiful, vibrant, fresh salad. My only thing is I really don't want to dress this until right at the end.
We don't know where we're going yet, but I just want to get away from him so he can't see what we're doing. Sorry, sir.
Okay, I better tell them where I am. In the middle of nowhere. Let's send them the pin position. Right, that's done. What I also need them to do is bring some champagne. Absolutely shocking. Now, where's my sandwiches? Guys, where are you?
Got a text. Right, pin's dropped.
Gary's dropped a pin and that's actually quite far away. It's the middle of High Pard, for fuck's sake.
It's fucking miles away. 2.3 miles. Might have to lime it.
I've got my meat, which is all absolutely beautiful, to be quite honest. I'm gonna add in my chicken liver parfait. Nice layer on the bottom. Put a little bit of the salad on the bottom. The meat is the best thing I've ever tried. I mean, it's just the most disgraceful sandwich ever known to man. And then more salad, and then a good bit, healthy dose of dressing. There we go. My ultimate banh mi, £1.50. No, I think this will last. I'm gonna just absolutely pace it. I'll be so quick. I'll overtake them. There's no way they'll get there quicker than me.
Oh shit. Gary! Gary!
Miles away. Fucking hell, it's in the middle of nowhere.
Service!
There's a bit of a worry. Jack's actually making his sandwich. I thought it was already coming made.
Well, where's Will? I think I'm getting close. It's the album memorial. It looks like it's showing, the pin looks like it's showing here on the map. I might need to go off-road.
This is strictly not EHO savvy. We're going to go for it. I'm building layers of flavour. Right, I think we're onto it. Check out this little flavour bomb. Kombu dash it.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing behind the tree? What are you doing? Oh, building it fresh. Mine doesn't need fresh, mate. I got structural integrity on mine. I knew he'd do this. It's overcomplicated.
It's actually completely normal.
It's style over substance, but we'll see.
Jack's the winner for arriving first. However, Will does seem better prepared.
Shit. Unwanted garnish.
One, two, I could never count. Oh, let's dive in here. Boys, you got the memo? Regarding the champagne. Cheers. Wow. Whoever bought that, they've won. That's it. No, that's all over. We don't have to try the sandwiches. So here we go. Great stuff. Right, let's just dive in. Let's take a look. First things first, I like the fact you've cut it for me. Oh, whoa! I've got to ask you, is this brioche?
See what your palate can decipher, Gary.
Oh, this is a bit chunky, isn't it? Are you sure you got enough foil on this? Now that is a sandwich. A bit messy, I've got to say. A bit Lionel on that. No, lots of dressing in there. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's no lacking of dressing in there. Let's dive into this one first. Presentation-wise, looks-wise, that's definitely up there. That one is, to me, looking the part. It's about the flavours and the taste, though. That is sensational. Wow. Mwah. Mwah. Seriously,
Try the other one, Gary.
It goes really well with champagne, that one, I think.
the ingredients are so fresh. I like the toastedness of it. It's got a sweetness, it's got a richness all the way around. That is an incredible sandwich. That, boys, is wow.
It's a bit rich, doesn't it?
So on to Mr. Sloppy. Has it deteriorated because of the time aspect?
We'll just pour craftsmanship.
It's about the flavour. Oh, hang on, look. I'm not saying it's falling apart,
You don't need to.
but it's falling apart. I'm going to dive in quick. Beautiful flavour to the dressing. Only criticism, there's no lack of dressing in there. Take a look. That is what you call a lot of dressing. There's no doubts about that. It is super moist.
Dog's dinner.
Woof, woof. This fella here has made my hands so wet and kind of oily and greasy. However, it's the flavours that are in there. That is a winner without a doubt. However, is it the chicken dinner? Is it the real winner? Presentation wise, awesome. Brilliant balance of flavours. I'm not influenced by the champagne or the crisps. I'm going to give one of them a 9 out of 10. I would have given it a 10 out of 10, but because of the sloppiness, I just can't do that. But the flavour is all there. The pork is brilliant. I'm going to give that a 9 out of 10 with a little bit less dressing in there. That would have been a 10 out of 10. This is different level though. This is different gravy. That filling is truly epically good. It's up there as one of the best sandwiches I've ever eaten in my whole life. I'm giving that a 10 star. That is truly awesome. However, there was a delay. There was a slight delay, but it's still getting a 10 star, no doubts about it. That was so good.
How much would you pay for each of those sandwiches?
I'd have no problems going to a sandwich shop there and paying £10 for that one.
All I bought was the baguette.
Okay,
Everything else was stolen from the best chefs in London.
This one here, I'd pay £15 for it all day long.
Well, you'd be about £75 under budget.
Cost 100 quid. Though.
100 quid that sandwich.
Right, I need to change my scores here now. £100.
The lobster alone cost us £42.
I'm happy to give you this one, Jack.
Bro, it's not you giving it to me, mate. It's Garrett.
I'm happy for Gary to give this one to you.
Guys, what you've done is epic, and I really, really love it. Thank you so much for inviting me along today.
No, it's our pleasure, Gary. That was epic.
That, honest to God, is outrageous.
Hey, give it a go. You might learn something.
Guys, if you're yet to see Gary's channel, it is without shadow of doubt the most authentic. They're the reviews that actually people want to see.
Hang on, any more champers?
Absolutely. 100 quid gets you a big bottle these days.